Petr Yan is resisting a direct rematch with Merab Dvalishvili. Following Yan's unexpected triumph against the Machine recently, the MMA community swiftly called for a rubber match. Supporters believe the narrative is too compelling to be unresolved. Merab ended holding one of the most formidable win streaks in UFC history, having decisively dominated Petr in their initial encounter, marking an unparalleled performance at bantamweight. However, the tables turned last night. In a fierce 5-round contest, Yan demonstrated the full extent of his renowned skill set as an elite 35-pound competitor. His tactical awareness was keen, his offensive output consistent, his takedown defense impenetrable, and he outmaneuvered Dvalishvili throughout. Dana White commended both athletes for an intense display of grit and resolve. Post-fight, Petr articulated his stance that the Georgian challenger hasn't automatically earned a direct return bout, which ignited immediate online discussion. A segment of fans insists the trilogy is essential given the magnitude of the rivalry in the Tide series. Regardless, the bantamweight landscape has been significantly altered. Here are Peter's comments.
Obviously, you want to enjoy everything now, but do you feel there's a need for a trilogy with Merab at some point, or is it done at this point?
You know, I think Merab should really just get the boys, get into the jacuzzi, think about it, and then we'll see. If you had to choose, what do you think is the next step? A trilogy with Merab or a fight against Umar, and who do you think is a more dangerous opponent? But you saw the fight of Merab versus Umar. You saw the way that fight went. So who's more dangerous? They can rematch, and then we can see what happens. You know, just understand the fact that for me to get the opportunity to fight for the belt again, UFC made me go 3 more fights before I was able to get into the contender.
Reevaluation. Dana White at last addressed Arman Tsarukyan's prospects and commented on Tom Aspinall's recent assertions regarding his ocular injury, where Tom alleged Dana minimized its seriousness. During the UFC 33 post-event briefing, Dana elucidated that his remarks were misconstrued, explaining he was merely relaying information from Aspinall's medical observers. Dana stressed that no disrespect was aimed at the British title holder. Henry Cejudo intervened, cautioning the heavyweight champion to navigate carefully concerning Dana White, identifying him as the ultimate authority on fight arrangements. Aspinall and Cyril Gane remain slated for a rematch in 2026, yet his eye ailment has prolonged his absence, preventing a return to training. Dana further affirmed the UFC's close surveillance of Tom's rehabilitation, guaranteeing full medical clearance before his competitive return. Concurrently, enthusiasts anticipate news on the rescheduled high-stakes rematch. Regarding Arman, Dana declared he is not presently entitled to a championship opportunity. He didn't imply Arman would follow Justin and Paddy for Topuria, but unequivocally stated Arman requires additional victories, despite his remarkable dismantling of Dan Hooker at UFC Qatar. Let's delve deeper into Arman Tsarukyan.
And obviously the odd man out now. We expect Ilia to be unifying against the interim title winner, which would, make a long runway for his
I wouldn't
title.
say that he's the odd man out. He had an opportunity, and you guys know how that played out, and he's gonna have to work his way back. I don't give a shit what the number says. He's gonna have to work his way back. There's just too much goes into this for those type of things to happen. We had a little. We were talking back in my room tonight, and we were talking about all the crazy shit that's happened over the last 20-something years. But you can't do that. You can't get the opportunity, and then it can't end that way. So he's got to work his way back.
Ilia Topuria unexpectedly commanded attention despite the event not primarily featuring him. Subsequent to Petr Yan's victory, Yan granted an interview to the Russian publication Golos Olby MMA, where his disposition towards Merab was markedly more aggressive than in his prior English-language discussions. On this occasion, he was unrestrained, unequivocally declaring he had shattered Merab's spirit.
Did you see the damage I put on him? No one else has been able to damage him like I did. He just broke today, that's it. I broke him. He's in a jacuzzi now with his friends.
Inevitably, those remarks rapidly propagated across online platforms, captivating widespread interest, including from UFC lightweight champion Ilia Topuria. During a live Instagram broadcast, he analyzed Merab's bout and did not hesitate to issue a stern caution directed at Yan. It bears mentioning that Ilia and Yan share a significant, enduring history of animosity. Previously, discussions even arose concerning a potential contest when Ilia held the featherweight title and Yan was a leading bantamweight contender. Considering their striking dominant approaches, certain observers speculated that such a pairing could have yielded a truly compelling encounter. Now, in light of these latest statements, their rivalry is intensifying anew, and Topuria shows no signs of relenting on Yan.
Brother, life has its ups and downs, but no matter what, you're always the best in our eyes. You'll come back stronger, faster, and unstoppable. Yan, Merab is like a brother to me. He is my family, you understand? Watch your words. I hope you show some respect. Words matter. We don't want any problems, but make sure you behave yourself.
The fervor surrounding Petr Yan's astonishing victory against Merab Dvalishvili shows no sign of diminishing. Yan's display, thwarting 27 out of 29 takedown efforts while dominating the machine with strikes over 5 rounds, is being celebrated as an unparalleled resurgence in UFC annals. With his career standing at 25, Yan now stands alongside Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw as the sole bantamweights to regain a championship post-defeat. Yan not only nullified Dvalishvili's historical wrestling prowess but also mirrored his celebrated endurance, inflicting damage with accurate boxing and strategic body shots. Merab, entering with a 14-bout winning streak, later confessed, "I aimed for an exciting stand-up exchange, but he proved superior today." Yan's takedown defense reached an impressive 93%, complementing his own 5 successful takedowns. The official scorecards read 49-46 twice and 48-47 once, though numerous observers and media deemed it a decisive shutout. Major publications such as Yahoo Sports characterized the outcome as monumental, marking the conclusion of Dvalishvili's 2025 Fighter of the Year campaign after 3 title defenses. Ex-champion Robert Whittaker praised Yan's tactical brilliance and meticulous execution in subduing an opponent of such caliber. This triumph firmly re-establishes Yan's elite status and reverberates profoundly across the bantamweight landscape. The UFC is highly anticipated to schedule the return bout between Petr and Merab in mid-2026, a conclusive trilogy showdown.
The Petr Yan we saw in the Octagon against Merab tonight was, in my opinion, the one we saw before he lost the title to Sterling with that funny knee, with that grounded knee. That's the Petr Yan I saw tonight. That's the one that has an answer for every position. The one that has the highest caliber of skill in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, especially kickboxing, and most importantly, putting it all together. He went in there and dismantled Merab. Didn't slow down a second. Didn't give a single position, took Merab down, took the fight to him. And honestly, that was the most clinical, leveled up version of Petr Yan we have ever seen. Like, skill-wise, that fight was so far above the rest of the division.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that Petr Yan that fought tonight doesn't lose to anybody. That was phenomenal, that performance.
This concludes the broadcast from MMA Psycho. Your viewership is valued. Please consider liking and subscribing for regular MMA content.